when it says on air, then we'll have to hit the record button.
Okay. Just adjusting this.
We are on air, if we can hit that.
Recording in progress.
Perfect.
Okay.
Thank you. Welcome to the Board of Assessors meeting of Monday, November 3rd, here, being held here at the Bellotta Room of the Lunenburg Town Hall. In accordance with the requirements of the open meeting law, please be advised that this meeting is being recorded and broadcast live over the Lunenburg Public Access channel on Facebook Live on the Public Access Facebook page, which is https://www.facebook.com/lunenburg-cable-157-427-270-975-305/. Little bit of feedback. The recording can be found at the Lunenburg Access YouTube channel after the meeting. The meeting will be held in person at this location. Members of the public are welcome to attend this in-person meeting. Please note that while an option for remote attendance and/or participation is being provided as a courtesy to the public, the meeting will not be suspended nor terminated if technological problems interrupt the virtual broadcast unless otherwise required by law. Members of the public with a particular interest in any specific item on this agenda should make plans for in-person versus virtual attendance. For remote participation from a computer, please use the link I will read to you to join the public meeting webinar. That link is https://us.ub.zoom.us/j/909-174-0347 ? I don't know if you need the question mark. The meeting ID, again, is 909-174-0347. From a telephone, you can dial the toll-free number 888-475-4499. And again, we're into that webinar ID, which is 909-174-0347, followed by a pound sign. Just give me a second here. Additionally, please be advised that the town of Lunenburg utilizes the Zoom platform as host for its hybrid and remote meetings, that the Zoom platform utilizes AI technology known as AI Companion to create audio transcriptions of meetings, to aid in the subsequent preparation of meeting minutes, and that AI Companion is activated immediately upon launching the Zoom application. You are hereby notified that this AI technology may capture audio prior to the start of the meeting and/or following the conclusion of the meeting. If you have not registered with Zoom, you'll be asked for your name and an email address. No participant ID is needed. Just press the pound sign when asked. Telephone users may dial *9 to request to speak after joining the meeting. Computer and app users may use the raise hand feature to request to speak. The agenda lists all topics which may be discussed at the meeting and those reasonably anticipated by the chair. Votes may be taken as a result of these discussions. Not all items listed may in fact be discussed, and other items not listed may be brought up for discussion to the extent permitted by the open meeting law. I'll call this to order. It's now 6:38. And we'll do a quick introduction.
Sarah Cameron.
Brian LaFond.
Linda Chaika.
Any opening comments from the board?
No.
None for me. Do you see anyone online?
I don't see anybody online.
Then there's no public here with us, so we're going to move on. We have a status report from the principal assessor. Linda, you're on.
I am. Oh, we've been very busy in the office. Within the past month, we received 9 abutters lists, processed 51 motor vehicle excise tax abatements, which have already been processed in our office, and they're awaiting for payment by the tax collector. We did, during our last meeting, we actually approved 96 abatements.
Exemptions.
Excuse me, exemptions, thank you. And the total of them was $74,221 was the total of them.
So far approved.
So far approved. I do have more, which we'll have to schedule an
Yep.
executive session next time, but I do have the 22Ds that we talked about that somehow didn't get signed, so.
We did, yep.
So if we could do those. So we also put those into Munis for the, not Munis, Vision, excuse me. I've been looking at this Munis screen too long today. But we did put them into Vision for the first time, and we are testing them to carry over into Munis from the Vision camera system. So I hopefully will have more of an update on that tomorrow. There was so many duplication of the exemptions in Munis last year that it was just very difficult. I spent 2 Fridays here trying to sort it out. So we're trying to just put everything in Vision, so it'll just export over, and we won't have those issues. But so far, so good with that. We did also send out the exemption approval and denial letters for the ones that were approved on the 30th. So residents.
How many denials did we have? Do you have that? It's okay, I'm just curious. We
I
have to
don't-
have it right now.
Yeah, I don't have that total with me. I have it downstairs.
That's
but-
fine.
yeah. But residents will be receiving them. They should have already received them in the mail, because we did mail them out on the 30th.
The ones that are done.
The ones that are done.
Yep, great,
Yeah,
thank you.
that were approved. I'm also been working on the interim and adjustments, so I have quite a bit of paperwork, and I'll kind of go through what our median is with everyone. Our median is, and the median by assessment to sales ratio is 95%. Our assessment date for fiscal 2026 is January 1st of 2025, and these sales are for a full calendar year for 2024. January 1st of 2024 to January 1st of 2025 is for the analysis. If we do not have at least 2% of sales within a particular class, we would extend that search into 2023 for 6 months and beyond into 2025. Being at 95%, we're within the range that we need to be because the DOI requires us to be between 90 and 110% based on their guidelines, so.
And we have typically targeted that 95%.
Yes.
Great.
Yeah. Yep. This is the LA4, which is our assessment. So our average sales price, and here's a copy of that.
Oh, you need one? I
Oh.
printed mine already.
Oh, did you? Okay. So our average sale price for fiscal 2026 is
Unless anything's changed since you sent that over.
it might have.
Thank you. I'll
It
take-
might have. We were doing a final review.
I
Yeah.
just want to be cautious, yep.
Yeah. So, as you can see, which is really nice about the LA4 comparison, once you put in the LA4, which is all of our assessment information, it actually makes a comparison based on the fiscal year before. So it breaks it down by the class. So it does show that our single-family increased from last year by 2.7%. So our average single-family sales price for fiscal 2026 is going to be $517,296. Last year's average sale price for the single-family home was $504,937, and that's a 2.4% increase.
Which column are you looking at that you're getting those?
Oh, right here, yeah.
The 500,
Oh, this is a comparison of 24 to 25.
oh, so this,
Yeah.
I should look at this other report.
Oh,
which is
the
Yep,
Yeah,
that's fine.
so this is and I do have some further analysis, just so you can see.
For the single family or for something else?
This is just kind of for the LA4.
Yeah, I understand that. I was asking, you mentioned 2.7 for single family.
Yes.
So I was wondering if that's what you're talking about.
Yes, yeah. Okay. Is there one copy in there?
I don't know. Well, here, you figure it out.
Just see if there's one. So this is, unfortunately, I tried to print the LA4 and it cut off the margins. I had to do a screenshot. So I just wanted to,
My LA4 printed off okay.
did it?
Mine
It may
printed
just,
out, when I
Oh.
printed it, I don't have it here. When I printed it, when you originally sent it, it printed fine.
Oh,
Yep.
okay, yeah.
So it looks
for some
like yours
reason.
just got switched to landscape, or maybe you had it in portrait.
No, I took a screenshot, because when I printed it, it cut off the margin, so I didn't, I don't know, it may be something with our setting, but I tried to reduce it by 95%, and then
still
fit it to the page, fit it to the paper, so then I did a screenshot so you could see the numbers on it.
Technology, ain't it wonderful?
It's not, but the backup that's in this packet consists of the vision camera,
Okay,
so it has the totals for that. The second one is a personal property, and then this is actually our Y2K, which is our vision file, which matches up with the
do you have
first
all of that
page.
in there? Yes, you do.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
good.
All right. Is it
Is this
just
for me?
Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah.
So I don't so much have a question on the LA4 as a comment
Yeah.
on the single families. One of the things we've run into in the past is even though this line for single family says the assessed value of percent difference is only 2.7%, which wouldn't indicate a big change. In the past, we've had issues where our neighborhoods, in some cases, are too small. And looking at it this way, the 2% could hide a big increase in a neighborhood or another. I do know, because I looked at that original sheet that you sent out for the fiscal year, that full year, that no neighborhood was particularly higher or lower.
Right.
But I still would like to see in future years that when we have only one or two houses that have sold during that year per neighborhood, I would still like to see 6 months before and 6 months after, so that we can be sure that the trend is the same in those 6 months before and after. And I think it is entirely possible to do that by sorting by neighborhood for the 6 months before and after that year within a spreadsheet fairly quickly. So in the future, I'd like to see that. I understand that there wasn't that much variation, but I think part of our job here is to be pretty fastidious and pretty conservative in terms of making sure all the data is fair. And so even though Vision said, well, you don't have that much variation, it's not a big deal, our job is to oversee and ensure, and so I will expect that in the future.
Yeah, while we fit within a guideline for all of the residential, that really doesn't tell us anything about what's going on with the neighborhoods. So, and part of this may solve itself as we clean the neighborhoods up.
Yes.
I was just going to say that.
So I don't want to become too rigid about, oh my God, we have to have this. What we really want to do is we want to make sure that nobody's getting a surprise that we didn't expect. So, yes, it's
And I don't expect to see a surprise. We looked at that data,
We did.
but
Yeah.
I just
right.
Yeah.
want to be,
Why don't
What
I
would
tell
you say,
everybody what the
extra?
site indexes are while we're discussing
sure.
them, as far as what the changes?
Yeah.
So
Oh, you have them with you?
I do.
awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I thought I gave you,
Maybe.
I didn't give you a copy? Here, I brought the.
So I
interim.
have seen them before, and I ran them on that previous year that,
This is a new interim.
yeah, the one that we got on that Friday, I think.
Yeah, she sent a couple of versions, so I kept asking for the site indexes, and they finally came.
Oh, they did?
It just took forever to get them. So-
Why does that seem like it's a difficult request? I don't think it is a difficult request.
No.
And it shouldn't
really
be unusual. You would think
Yeah.
that other
Yeah.
communities would be asking the same question.
It's right here on the second page, right?
It's on the second,
Yeah.
yeah. So site index 1, which is along the lake, was 3 points, and this is the way Vision costs it. So there was really no difference from fiscal '24 fiscal '25 to fiscal 2026. It stayed the same at a cost of 3.7. So that's how it's being priced out as far as for the neighborhood. 1A, which is also on the lake, was 2.5 in fiscal 2025, and in 2026, it actually went down to 2.45. 1B, which is another neighborhood on the lake, in fiscal 2025 was 2.42, and it remained the same in fiscal 2026, also 2.42. Neighborhood number 2 remained the same at a cost of 1.1, and also the same in '26. Neighborhood 3 remained the same at 1 for fiscal 2025, and it was the same in '26.
That's where the vast majority of our
Yes.
residences are, like
And-
Yes.
3,000 out
Yeah.
of 5,000.
And I'm really hoping after town meeting, once hopefully we vote for that seasonal person, we can get started on it.
Well, we need to
Yeah, we.
somehow get those
Can I
neighborhoods.
say I strongly encourage town to support that?
Yes.
Please support
Please.
it.
Yeah. And I did want to comment, there was a resident that came in actually 3 times within the past week who was upset about the site index not being addressed. I did explain to him that I'm hoping after the bills go out and, we put out a bid, no one responded, and now we're trying to find a seasonal person to help us with it, and that we will be doing this in-house, but that is going to be a priority once
Yep.
bills go out, so.
I'm sorry, I interrupted you.
Oh,
We're
no,
at
no.
3.
Sorry.
Okay, sorry. So site index neighborhood 4 remained the same. Fiscal '25 was .95, and the same thing for '26, .95. And site index 5 is the same at .8, and also in '26, that's .8. So there was really no increase, actually a decrease in the 1A.
So it always amazes me that the 1A, 1B are so close, but we probably can look at that for next year and see what the heck happened, why it's like that.
I want to look at the difference in the cost between a 1 and a 1A. That's something that I do,
Right.
I could not address it because we were trying to get our interim done,
And
but,
I don't think you can address it without going to the properties.
Yeah,
And looking
we-
at the land.
Right.
yeah,
So
Right.
you really need the time to do that.
we do. So that's one thing that, we tried to do, if somebody either files an abatement, or if they have a question, we will go out and do an inspection, but I'm hoping we can, again, get started on this right after the January.
Yep.
Okay, so that's the interim.
Is there anything else on the LA4 we need to review?
Let me see.
If not,
Yeah.
do we need to vote, or we just go sign it?
It's ready to go, the
I think we
LA4.
just sign, well, I don't know. Motion to accept the LA4 as presented.
I'll second that.
Aye.
Any further discussion? None? Aye?
Aye.
Okay, so we formally accepted the LA4. I didn't think there'd be much, once I started looking at the information, it was
That
like.
made sense.
Yeah.
Yes, it all sort of fits together, so, okay.
It's hard when we get all the data not your fault, last minute. I don't
Yeah.
know how much we can discuss online, so.
Yeah. And I know
Right.
it's difficult, and then just giving this just shows you our camera system.
Yep.
This is the balance of that. Everything matches up. Personal property, LA4. I did have an issue today. This is why we're doing a test run ahead of time, because we want to make sure that our files are going to match up.
The screenshot? Is that,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the screenshot one. That has all the backup to
Okay.
support all the totals. But we did have a new bridge for personal property, and there was also some issues last year in the Munis system, so we're trying to be proactive and get a head start on that and make sure that everything is running perfectly in our test files so that when we get ready to do the bills, there's no problems. Because I know last year, it took us about 2 weeks to get those bills.
Yes.
So Randy Mercier has been very helpful in helping resolve a lot of those issues.
It took us about 2 weeks, and we made it,
Yeah,
but I don't want to be up against the gun
no,
again next time.
we
this
don't.
time.
So the LA4, and then the LA13.
So we voted on the LA4. I
Yeah.
believe that still means we have to go in and sign it.
Yes.
Yeah.
But we want to Gateway and sign it as soon as possible. I'll do mine probably tomorrow morning. But yeah, how late we are tonight. So you have an incentive.
Okay, I'll talk fast. So, next issue is the LA 13, which is the growth.
Yep.
So this is also ready for you to sign.
We have to sign them in a particular order, don't we?
Yeah, the LA
LA
4 first.
4 first.
Then the 13.
Thank you.
I did want to comment and clarify what the growth amount was. Our last meeting,
Oh,
I had mentioned that it was 518,980. That was the growth until I went to do the template and uploaded it, and we had a couple of duplicates. So now, the new growth, which is in Gateway, is 518,650. So that's just off.
let me just offer a little bit of clarification here. I believe some folks interpreted that as 518,000 or 530,000 greater than we had anticipated.
Yes.
It is not.
Right.
We had originally planned for about $400,000, so we did come in a little over 25% higher than that, but it is not $500,000 extra.
Linda, do you remember what our new growth was last year?
It was, last year was quite a bit.
I remember it being very high because a very large commercial building came
Yeah.
online. And so we had a lot of extra new growth, We just had a lot,
Don't quote me, but I think we were like 732.
yeah. And it was because of a very
Thousand.
large commercial building coming
Right.
online.
I think it even might have been a little higher than that.
could have been.
but
I just,
I can find that out. Actually, if you go into
It should be right there, right?
in Gateway,
So,
Go last
so
year's.
that was last year, but this year it's $518,650.
Yes.
That's it,
yep,
which is only $118,650 higher than we budgeted.
Higher than we
Projected.
anticipated.
Yep.
Projected for the budget, right.
that's right.
So only $518,650. Just saying that a couple of times.
118 more.
Oh,
Yes, our total is $518,650.
If anybody is confused, call us. Call her.
I will open my highlighted sheet and read it.
I did highlight it.
I know.
Just
However,
I did come up.
We're easily confused, so
I
thank you.
do wish it were more, but that's
Yeah.
not
Oh,
what
that's
happened.
True, you know,
Yeah.
but it is what it is.
Yeah.
As they
And
say.
it does get confusing because we have so many numbers that we're dealing with. And there was a line item of 1.3 for all of the personal property assessments, so.
Oh, yeah.
So that's, it just gets,
Yeah.
but now it's uploaded, it's 518. I was thankful that it didn't go down that much, but there's a lot with getting that template up. You have to take out all the percentages, and your explanation can only be of what the growth is. It can only be so many characters, and once you upload it to Gateway, it's a great tool because it allows you to find duplicates, and I have to say that Becky Boucher from DOR was a tremendous help with that. And
She's our lifeline.
oh, she is. I can't say enough good things about her.
You can
She's
quote
great.
me.
If you're listening, Becky, thank you for everything you do for us. So that is our growth. So that is all set. Everything is ready to be signed
Yep.
and submitted.
So do we need to vote on the LA13 or just sign? Want to go ahead and vote?
Yeah, I was just looking at column D, that's our projected tax rate.
Oh.
I just had to
It's just a guess.
put that in my head, because that
Oh, what
also helps us with the growth.
Right.
are you looking at?
The column D,
Oh,
the projected tax rate.
Yeah.
oh, that's actually this year's tax rate.
Well, that was what we thought.
Yes, yeah,
So I'm not sure what the projected is
Oh,
on this
no.
form.
yeah.
It's okay.
I won't have.
We won't know
that.
that
We
until the
won't know-
classification, and
After
that's why
the
this is all
classification,
projected.
It is, right,
Yeah,
right. Right.
so I just was doing the gymnastics in my mind. That's why the pause. I'd be happy to explain that to anybody if they're confused later.
So we make all these estimates, we have to project the tax rate, and we have no more knowledge about this year's tax rate than we have, the only knowledge we have about this year's tax rate is last year's tax rate.
Yeah.
Is that a better way to say that?
But we should, I mean, classification hearing is,
Well, what would the?
After that, we
what's-
finalize it.
What's the, right, here's what the tax rate would be based upon the results of the classification hearing.
yes.
We can do that, but,
Anyway, sorry for adding delay.
okay.
So,
Speaking of the classification hearing,
yes, Tuesday, November 25th.
with the select board, because
Yeah.
that's really who determines the classification.
They make the decision. And the ad to the newspaper will actually be sent out tomorrow. I sent a copy of that, and then I will ask Kara to post that on the website. so
I
that-
read it, looks good.
Yeah. And then I'm also going to do a list, hopefully tomorrow, contact Vision and make a list of all of the new values. So if anyone has any questions, to call our office for fiscal 2026.
Yep,
And post that on the website as well.
perfect. Perfect. Anything else about tax rate for next year?
No?
I have a question, which sort of with this. We have the new senior means-tested exemption, which will require us to essentially set a tax rate, figure out how much we would tax those folks who applied and were approved, and then remove that from the tax levy and say, okay, now that has to be distributed against everybody else. So I'm just wondering have you written up what process you're gonna use to determine the taxes? Because I think it's going to be a pain in the tuchus.
Well, I think this year we're going to, because there's so few, it makes sense to use the overlay. That's what we were talking
Oh,
about.
no, I wasn't talking about the source of the funding. I'm talking about what the process is you're gonna do
Oh.
to determine who's what. And I think we can't do anything until we get the tax rate.
Yeah.
And then we can take the tax rate, we then have to modify, we have to figure out how much we're not gonna take out of those folks. The remainder then has to be distributed against everybody else. So the real tax rate will be the balance of the total tax levy that would normally have gone to those people, plus the amount that we're taking away from those people who are eligible for an exemption. And I think it's convoluted, and I'm not sure if I know you have some other colleagues who've had to do this in the past, so if you could just give us a little, work with them. I don't know how hard it's gonna be, and I will spend some time with you on this one. Because I
Okay.
think it's an unusual request, it's hard to figure out the best way to do it. But if we can come up with, a methodology for here's how we're gonna get to the answer. I don't really care what the source of the funding is. It all comes out of, which pocket it's gonna come out of, so, but if we're gonna take it out of overlay, okay, so be it. But I really wanna know what the process is for how we determine.
There is something in Gateway. I had actually sent, I think a while ago, I sent a worksheet. And it's not an easy process from what I've heard, but there is same thing with the residential exemptions, kind of based on the same methodology as that. So if we had the residential exemption, they do the same thing, they kind of shift.
But the residential exemptions, we pay for out of overlay, and we plan on that as part of our overall tax base. It's budgeted. This doesn't change the total tax levy. it just shifts it. And it shifts it to those people who weren't eligible for the means
So it's-
tested-based thing.
Yeah, so it's a couple cents, dollars.
It's gonna be next to
attached-
nothing.
Attached to everybody else's bill.
Correct.
So it's not overlay, it's gotta, somehow, you have to calculate the original taxes, figure out how much is reduced, or how much has been taken
Right.
out, and then redistribute it, tack those cents on to those other bills that are actually going out. And it can't come from the overlay,
Well,
eventually.
For the first year, it
the
may come
first year
from
it
the
can.
overlay. But I just want to know what the
Yeah.
process, what the
How to do it.
methodology is.
How to do it.
And I don't know, as I said, I know some of your colleagues already do it, and if you want to talk to a couple of them, because some of them may have better ideas than others about how to do it. So if you can get an idea, and I will work with you on that one, because I think we really need to have that documented,
Yeah.
so that's easy to, relatively easy to follow, because I don't think it's going to be easy to follow regardless of what we do. And that way, we can make sure that we're implementing something that is repeatable.
Yeah, there is something under the LA5 options in Gateway that actually has a worksheet.
Okay, good.
But it would be, if we had 100 applicants,
We could have.
it would be, if we have 100, it would probably make sense to shift it, but we only have, I think, 6 were approved.
Well, we have 4 that were approved. We had 2 that were needing new signatures and 2 that were denied. So I don't know if we get all the rest of the signatures on the other 2.
We did, last
Okay.
week, yeah, so we had
So
a
we can-
total of 6.
But it does make sense to me to eventually get it out of the overlay, because that is,
Not take it from the overlay.
yeah, not take
Okay.
it from the overlay, stop funding it from the overlay.
Right.
Because that impacts the bottom line of how much we have to put into the overlay for abatements.
Right.
And that will, if we don't address it in the long term, it will negatively affect how much money is available for other things within town.
Right.
We have to allow for real estate abatements, too. And-
Oh, no,
and-
that's the normal
and-
thing.
That's
and
normal.
exemptions.
We don't worry about
That's
that,
normal,
because
but
that's
I'm-
basically
I'm
taken care of.
talking about
We have
this.
this one little piece that we have to figure out the
Yeah.
best way to fund it.
It has
But I
to,
don't care that it's, let me phrase it differently. I'm not upset that we're gonna fund it out of the overlay this year. Due to some, I would say, fortunate planning in the past, we have a little bit of a savings account there, and we can spend it on this item for this year, but I don't think we can continue doing it over time, and I think
which
that's
is
what
what
you're
I'm
talking
saying.
about.
yeah.
So, yeah, anyway, my point is, we need to come up with a methodology for how we're gonna calculate the new tax rate for everybody else. Once we figured out the tax rate, we have to now figure out a new tax rate for everybody else. It's literally gonna be cents.
Yes, a couple of cents. But how to distribute that onto the bills and put it into Munis.
Right, and I'm not sure
Yeah,
Munis is prepared for that yet.
I don't think.
So
yeah.
honestly,
So somebody's done it, we have to figure out how to.
right, and hopefully, somebody that has Munis has figured out how to do it through Munis. Be it Cloud Munis or, okay, thank you. I didn't mean
No,
to
no.
drag us down into that, but it was something that occurred to me just the other day, and I thought, we really need to have that, so, thank you. Anything else on the,
That is it. I'm actually started pulling the classification hearing information.
oh, yeah,
I gotta get going on that, and
it's going to be beautiful this year.
there isn't that much time. But it'll be good.
It wasn't last year either.
No, there was, and it looked, it
Seemed
was
like-
really well done last year, so,
I might actually, well, I have it here. I've actually brought it, copies of last year's.
yeah, I don't want to see another copy of that.
Okay.
You want to see another copy?
you
Okay,
saw it- you
thank you
saw it
anyway.
Now you just
You too.
swap out the numbers.
What's that?
Just
Just
swap
swap
out
out
the
the
Yeah,
numbers.
Yeah. And Carter last year had me do this, I might actually do the same, because I was looking at it, where if we had a split tax rate,
Oh, the implications of a split tax rate?
yeah,
Yeah,
I don't
I
know.
think that's, well, somebody And we have a couple of new select board members who may not be familiar with this, so it'd be good to show them what the implications of a split tax rate would be.
Right.
And maybe to remind some of the more experienced members of the select board.
And one thing the select board asked last year, which they probably will ask in this year and in future years, was did you print out and compare all the property values and see if there were some that stood out as
So
jumping up higher?
we have that information.
We have that information.
If nobody else can do it, I certainly can resort that, or you could resort it.
Well, I actually
You did with your
took
chart.
that out
Yeah.
and looked
Okay.
at each of them and sent it back to both of you.
I also took it out and resorted it and then color-coded it. So
So-
I'm one-upping you.
Well, you take your pick about which you'd prefer. I mean, I did mine in 45 minutes, and
Yeah, it doesn't take.
yeah, yeah. I really don't care whose is used,
hard-
as long as
The hardest part was picking colors.
you can look at it and,
Right.
say, yes.
We did.
Because there were a couple that stood out, but
Right.
there were reasons
Most
for those standouts.
Most of the ones with the, yes, had reasons very
Yeah.
clear. It was like, okay, I get
And
it.
I would just recommend going through that one more time before the hearing.
So that and it would be okay maybe to print a page of, here's the ones that changed the most and what the reasons are,
Yeah,
both up and down.
yes.
So,
Yep.
and I think that's, and you have reasons on,
You do.
Yeah.
I won't say all of them, but a vast majority of them,
Yeah.
so I think that's all they need to see.
And they'll
or
want to see
all
that
they'll wanna
sheet,
see.
probably.
The what?
They'll want to see that sheet.
So that'll be added
So,
into the package.
we'll
Yeah.
have that in
Again-
the CSV file or Excel
Right.
file printout.
Right.
For that, yeah.
Yeah,
I
which is
started-
different than your prep last year.
Right.
have
It
that
wasn't-
sheet.
I mean, the printout's like this thick, so I can do maybe a
No, no.
sample.
No.
No.
If we resort it, so it's just the ones that are extreme,
Yeah,
Yeah,
all we gotta do is show the page of extreme.
yep,
Don't have to show anything
Okay.
else.
yep.
okay.
Because everything else is all within the range
The
that we
range, yeah,
expected it
normal
to see.
If you're having any
And
issues
I
sorting, we
picked, I
can
picked
help
like
you.
15%
Yeah,
over and under or something. And you, I don't know what number you picked, but,
I think I looked at 10%.
well,
That's
see.
what we use that in the office as well.
Yeah,
Yeah,
And we did question quite a few that we noticed were increases, and we had some decreases as well.
but all you need to do is filter that data and then excerpt that data and put the reasoning for it.
Yeah.
right. It's pretty, I think it's,
Yeah.
yeah. Thank you.
But you have two people here who use spreadsheets all the time, so,
I might reach out to you because I've, just with the time and.
Well,
with-
there is
it's probably going to be Brian who. will be
limited
on quicker.
resource, so I can be a resource for you.
That would be great.
I'm stretched a little bit thin right now.
Jeez. I'm retired.
I don't mean to keep bringing that up, but that's a real thing.
Lucky you.
Thank you. Thank you. Anything else?
That is it for the interim.
Okay.
Do we have other business
I
for future?
have not had an opportunity to do any more minutes, so I don't know if you have
Yeah,
any.
no, me neither.
Okay. I'll-
No, and I didn't get a chance to write up the executive session from the last meeting that we had.
It's okay. We can do it for our next meeting, which we'll be talking about later.
I have because I have a couple of things I want to recommend for our next meeting or soon. We had talked about Clause 18,
Oh, yeah.
and I know the plan was to go look, figure out, and then present to us, but I know all the data came in between that. But we really need that soon. And then I think the other thing we had talked about in the past that we haven't been able to revisit is there was a contractor for GIS that you were interested in.
Yes.
And they do a lot of data analysis, but we still had a question about whether they can port it to to handheld devices so that you can collect data in the field and upload it from the field. And that is still a question, I think.
Yeah, I did see them at a conference, and they definitely don't supply iPads.
Oh, no, no.
No, that's not what we're saying.
But he was going to check on that. But I think it would be a great change to upgrade from CAI. I actually got some invoices from CAI today. They haven't even done any of our map updates, and we just got some invoices, so there is definitely a price increase. But what's nice about this is we won't have the issue of old or two different datas on the GIS map, which is causing a lot of confusion for residents because they look at the PDF. But they are going to get back to us about what can be done in the field. I have not
Yes,
heard
and-
yet.
And they shouldn't be supplying you with the devices.
Hardware, not at all.
No.
It
It's the
is,
software.
it is just being able to use the software
Yeah.
that way. And I will say, I went to a conference, and I spoke to, I think its official title is Assistant Deputy Director of Mass GIS, and they don't do licenses for members across the Commonwealth because it's called a floating license, and the company that actually works with the company that provides the software that the company you're thinking about uses doesn't allow that anymore. So they're trying to find ways to manage that, and that's also why CII does not give that login as well, because it's
Makes
an
sense.
additional user license.
Yep.
Yeah.
I believe Data Scout they do not charge for additional licenses. There's no extra charge for
They
that.
probably give you a license
They do.
when you engage with them.
Yeah.
But these other, like, if Mass GIS were to do that, they would have to provide, I think there's 461 different entities in the Commonwealth. There'd be 461 additional licenses. And I don't know that about CAI. And for a government entity, I think that's, an additional tax burden at the state level, so they're not going to do that.
Right.
But maybe the private, it sounds like Data Scout does that for their customers, and CAI with our current contract does not.
Yeah. But I'll keep you posted when I hear more information. They did also mention, I did tell them that we wouldn't be able to do this until fiscal 2027, if it's approved at this point, and they did say that they might give us like 4 or 5 months free so that we could start it and then still have our other,
You mean a transition period?
a transition period.
What a thought.
Which is great.
I really would like to evaluate a couple of different options and compare and contrast rather than pick just one without reviewing them side by side.
Yeah. But her point,
Yeah.
I think, was.
And it won't even happen for
It can't happen till 27.
Yeah.
Agree.
There's some
And
time left.
and if a company is willing, many companies may be willing to say, we'll help you during a transition period, they might not.
They might not. Yeah.
And that might be the thing that tosses us toward a specific
Or
vendor.
it's one or the other, yeah.
And we don't want to have the duplication of right now.
Well,
Of
yeah,
the issue we have with the the PDF and what we have to pay to get an additional.
Right.
It's an automatic update live,
right.
which is what we don't have now. We have the GIS assessed value, and then we have the PDF vision card, which is only updated in January,
Right.
once a year.
And I think that would be an improvement, but if there's something that can also add the field things, that would be even better.
Right.
And so I don't want us to lose sight of that.
Even though we, the town, would have to pick up the cost of an iPad or
Yeah.
whatever kind of mobile device we use,
The amount of time it would save would
right, pay for itself.
pay for itself quickly.
So, cool. All right. I think we got through since we don't have any minutes, we got through the interim adjustments. Your two suggestions for a future agenda item, we probably put on the very next agenda if we
Yeah.
can. The 41A warrant article is all written. I think we're all set with it. We don't really need to do much more other than be ready to discuss it at town meeting. I may or may not be able to make it. There's a possibility I might make it.
Okay, good.
And I think Sarah's probably in the same situation.
Yeah.
We hate to have you have to go alone, but we might have to do that.
Yeah, I was,
I might be able to go,
Okay.
so. And that's, I usually almost never can, so.
so I wanted to comment. I wish it could be worded, I think it's still a little confusing, the way that it is worded, because,
Town council reworded it,
yeah,
and I think Jen modified that. I don't know if there's it's not going to change on the warrant article.
no.
We could change the warrant article as we present it if there was something that needed to be changed, but it's gone to the printer, so.
But essentially, what we thought was it's the single rate. The single rate is what's going to apply to all head of household and married. That's the cap. By
It's the
41A.
cap.
Even though it's worded, the way it's worded is, I actually printed out the article, but 100% of the established, well, what is it? Single seniors who are not have households.
Yep, that's the limit.
So that's the limit, even for a head of household and a married. So,
We can explain that.
yeah, we'll have to explain it, but,
So, the point is, we link this in with the circuit breaker. The circuit breaker has 3 different categories, but the state only allowed us to have 1. So we are taking the 1, that is the lowest value, lowest number, as our limit. So if you are a circuit breaker and you are something other than single, know that your limit is the single. So whether you're married, head of household, whether married or head of household or whatever, the limit on the value is fixed. Fixed at the circuit breaker level, which will change over time, but it'll always be that lowest number. Is that fair?
that's fair,
And we can explain that, I think, at the town meeting.
yeah.
Neighborhood review for town meeting. What should we say about the neighborhood review for town meeting?
Well, I thought that may come up, so I.
Well,
can-
it's on the budget, or in the, yeah, it's in the budget.
It's a warrant, yeah,
It's a warrant article. Well, is it a separate warrant article?
yeah, I believe it is.
Or is it just part of the budget? Well, anyway, I haven't seen the warrant articles, so I don't know.
I haven't seen it, either, but I know it's on there, so,
It was discussed at a meeting, but I don't remember if it was discussed as a warrant article as part of the budget. I do remember hearing our town manager explaining why it was necessary.
Right. Right.
And she did a great job, so,
Hopefully she's there.
yeah.
I was thinking I could bring the neighborhood map and to show.
Well, and the summary of,
If needed.
here's the 1s, 1As, 1Bs, here's the 2s, here's the 3s with 3,300 residences in it. It's a meaningless neighborhood at that point.
Yeah,
And I don't remember how many 4s there were, but
there weren't that many.
not very many.
No, not
So
many.
our neighborhoods are poorly designated.
I mean, our neighborhoods are site indexes
Yeah,
Right,
instead of neighborhoods.
Right.
right.
And they should have meaning. They really don't have any meaning.
Our
don't.
neighborhoods, our neighborhoods.
Other than waterfront, which are the ones.
Yeah,
Sorry?
But there should be our neighborhoods and then indexes that account for different factors. So like 1A, 1B would be 1, perhaps, in the future, but with indexes that adjust for the differences in the property
yeah,
that are
Right.
determined by the neighborhood committee,
Right.
which is in-house here. Ideally, if people vote for it. I personally
not a
prefer
huge amount of
in-house
money.
because that means that people are looking at the properties, and it's done by the assessors who are spending the time to know all of the properties rather than somebody external.
And we also want consistency, which has been
Yeah.
a huge problem, is that we want all the properties to be consistent. So that's kind of been actually the focus in the entire office is
Yeah.
to have consistency with everything that we're doing now.
And, we have a visual of what our neighborhoods currently look like, and now we have people in our office who have experience looking at the land and appraising the land and looking through all of those properties. So it will be better, I think. Much, much better. But it does take time to accomplish, and people.
Yeah,
And the state mandates that we get it better, too.
Yeah.
Oh,
It'll be hard for it to not be better. I think that was two
Nicely-
double negatives.
Nicely said.
I was asked at the select board meeting how long they thought it would take. I'm estimating 3 years, but it depends.
We have to be done in 3 years.
Yeah.
we have to, but I think the first year is just going to be too,
We're going to spend all 3 of those years
yeah. It's going to be
busy.
But it will be define what we consider our neighborhoods to be, because it hasn't been done in 30 years
yeah.
Or more.
or more. Well, I looked at it. And several people looked at it too.
Did you
Yes.
find any documentation? Because that's the biggest,
No, that's the whole
that
issue.
would be the whole thing if you
Like,
could find
it's
any.
like, when you buy your house, if your house is built in 1848, you wonder, what were they thinking? I don't know. Every house should perhaps come with a log of why somebody did what they did. And you can't really tell. And so, looking at the layout of those, like I know why 1A, 1B came about, but, we looked at the neighborhoods 2 and 4, and it seemed like it was based on a development that happened in those areas, but then after that, everybody seemed to become a 3, and occasionally a 5, I think, and this was almost a year and a half ago, so I think 5 was like near a road, like Mass Ave or something like that. No, there's no log, and I think you've encountered that in your office, and that I, in my opinion, that's what happens when everything gets contracted out. And, we store records in a basement that's moldy, or,
Stuff gets thrown over the wall.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then the people who threw it walk away because
They're
all
done,
they were paid to do.
yeah. So,
So there is
we could go on this.
better
but
continuity with internal work.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, thank you. We talked about the tax classification hearing already. So I think we're down to upcoming meetings, which will require an executive session.
Yeah. Do you want to, is the 19th a good date?
Sure,
You want to stick with that? Okay.
unless we don't,
I have it on my calendar for now.
Okay,
I'm sorry, I can't be more decisive.
okay.
Right.
That's fine.
and actually, before we go there, we need to have a joint meeting with the select board about appointing another member.
That should be helpful.
That would, that'll help us to hold meetings. Are there any days that are better or worse? You'd probably prefer to have something on a Tuesday or a Thursday when you're already here late,
Yeah.
rather than having to go home, and come back, or
Yeah.
hang around
Well,
forever.
I don't think we could manage to get a meeting together by Thursday, could we?
No, we can't
Yeah.
post it by Thursday. Oh,
And if I can't be here, do you need me here?
we don't.
Do we want to try Monday, the 17th?
Everybody's going to be getting ready for what?
Yeah,
Town
well,
meeting.
It takes like 30 seconds.
It's going to
Like,
take as long as it takes.
Yeah.
The length of the meeting will be predicated upon how many questions the select board ask, because we've
Yeah.
already had a conversation with the individual.
so, I mean, we could try the 17th, we could try at our meeting on the 19th, we could try the 20th. I mean,
What's the earliest you can do?
oh,
I know you
Oh,
are
so-
working out of town.
on Monday, I could, I think, get away with probably 5:30.
We'll also have to find out if the applicant is available at that time.
Yeah. On Thursday, it's
Thursday's the date is what?
the 20th.
20th.
Yeah, that's going to be like 7 o'clock.
Okay.
Yeah,
We'll try for those two times.
yeah.
I will try to shoot for the 5:30 on the Monday, and you don't have to stay. You don't need to be there.
Okay.
Yeah. You don't need to be there. You're welcome to come if you'd like.
Okay.
So let me shoot those two dates out and see what happens. As long as we can get, this is a joint meeting between the assessors and the select board. There are 5 members of the select board, and there are 2 assessors right now, which is a total of 7. I believe that if we get 4, we have a quorum. So I will talk to the town manager tomorrow about,
You should see if,
I've got to check with him first,
Yeah.
the applicant first.
yeah, the applicant, yeah.
Before I do anything. So that person might have a preference too. So after that, we have town meeting on the 18th, we have a meeting on the 19th, we have a meeting scheduled for December 3rd. I'm hoping at the 19th that you'll be able to give us an idea of what that methodology might be for the senior-based thing, as well as these 2 other things that we talked about. And as I said, I will be there.
Yeah, is there any way that we could move those to December 3rd? Because I've got to start working on my budget as well for '27. So
You want this
the 18 and,
GIS?
yeah, if we could do that, because I've got some other stuff that I have to get
Okay,
done.
I think the other one that I had suggested about the senior base, we need to have a methodology
Yeah,
in place.
I
So-
did-
So I want that one on the 19th.
I
if we
did send
can.
an email with the whole example of that. I can resend it. I got it from the LA 5 options and Gateway. It was a while ago.
Sent that to us?
Yeah, it was a while ago. I can
I
resend it.
don't recall it at all, so thank you.
I can,
Would you?
Yeah,
it
please.
actually had a whole professional type instruction sheet on how to do it. It was a while, it might have been, I got my email.
Wow. Coming up with a blank, so that's okay. Please send it over to us
I
again.
will.
And we'll put that on the agenda. So, yes, I think it's okay to move Clause 18 in the GIS one to December 3rd. And the other one that was projected is December 17th, so this is November. Okay. Anything else we need to talk about?
Just,
Oh, we have,
just the 22Ds that we voted on, but just weren't signed.
yeah, for some reason, I don't know why we put them aside. And then I thought we said, yeah, it's okay to sign them, and then we didn't, so I don't know if we forgot or what. I don't recall the.
But we did agree we would sign them.
We did what?
We did agree we would sign them, I recall that.
That was my
We
recollection.
talked about it for a
too.
while.
It was like,
yeah. But then
I think we
it
had
never
so
got
many.
passed.
I think we just,
Yeah.
overlooked it. That doesn't have to be done, we don't have to do executive session, but it
No.
also doesn't have to be done during
No,
open meeting.
we
We're
already
just
voted to do
signing
it.
these.
Yeah,
So I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
so moved.
Second, any discussion about adjourning?
No.
Best meeting ever, an hour. Thank you, everyone. We're gonna.
Thank you.
Thank you.